Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be my first sponsored video. This is really exciting and it's going to be an unbiased, honest review on these products. They sent me 2 eyeshadow palettes and 3 lipsticks, so if you want to see how that looks, then just keep watching. Okay, so they sent me 2 eyeshadow palettes and this is what they look like from the brand Focallure. This is the Sunrise palette, and when you open it, it looks like this. This is actually very comparable to the Huda Beauty nude eyeshadow palette, and this is only $12 compared to the Huda Beauty, which is $65. And if I swatch this for you, look how pigmented these come out, and the glitter on here is insane. Do you see that? That is crazy. So this is like a very good palette, and I am not gonna lie, I did open this right away when I got it because I was really excited, and yeah, but this is beautiful, and I will not be using this for the eyeshadow look today to test it out for you guys. I will be using the Turkey palette, which is my next one that I'm gonna be using. And the Turkey palette, the packaging looks like this, and when you get it in the box for each of these palettes, they look exactly the same as the cover. And what I like about it is that it feels kind of like luxury. It's like a heavy, and I like that feeling, and it's just beautiful. And when you open the Turkey palette, and this is one of their travel sets, it looks like this. And this is the one that I'm going to be using today. And I'm just going to swatch a few of them so you can see how pigmented these are. It's crazy. Like, wow. This one's actually like a press-on glitter. So, but look at that. Do you see that? That's crazy. But either way, we're going to use this one for the eyeshadow tutorial. They actually went ahead and sent me 3 liquid lipsticks, and I already went ahead and put the swatches in the back of my hand. So the first one at the bottom right here is this one right here. And this is like it's just like a red, like a true red. And then this one is a matte lipstick, and this one's very like a pink, like a pretty girl. Kind of reminds me of like a Barbie pink. And then this one is like a burgundy red. It looks darker actually on my hand than it does in the bottle, so keep that in mind. But these are the swatches. By the way, the Sunrise palette only has about 16 shades, but I've seen several tutorials on this, so this is why I don't want to use this. I'm going to be using the Turkey palette because this one I have not seen online, and this one only has 15 shades, and again, it looks like that. And I'm just going to improvise everything on this makeup look just because I want to give it a full test. The only thing I've done with them is just swatched it, but I don't know how it's actually going to perform on my eye. Will it blend well? I have no idea. So let's go ahead and get started with this video, and the first thing that I'm going to be doing is priming my eyelids. So I will just be putting on a concealer all the way up until my brow bone. And the concealer that I'm going to be using is just by Revlon. It's like the go-to. I put these under my eyes just because I don't want to deal with fallout, and I already went ahead and did my eyebrows and put on my foundation. The first shade I'm going to be using on a flat brush, this is just by e.l.f., is the shade Hazelnut, and it's like this dark brown. And I'm just going to be focusing that on the corner of my eyelid, and that's just going to be my base. It's coming on pretty dark, which is good. I'm not really taking too much product either, so that's good. And also, I didn't notice that when I put it on, I didn't notice any fallout on the pan, so that's good. It's not breaking the eyeshadow. I'm going to go in with a blending brush, and I'm just going to blend that out just so it's a little softer. Now I'm going back into the palette, and I'm going to be using the shade Entayla, and it's this one right here. It's a beautiful orange, like wow. And I'm just using the Morphe M433. And I'm going to be putting this actually on the crease area and kind of blending to my eyebrow as a transition shade. Wow, okay, that's pretty pigmented. Wow. Wow, this is pretty impressive for $12. This is crazy. To be honest, this brand, I've never heard of it, and then when they contacted me, I was surprised because I didn't realize like how many, first off, I didn't realize how many followers they had on Instagram. That was crazy. And when I saw how people were using the products online, I was in shock because it's actually pretty good. From when it, so far, it's actually turning out pretty good. So, I like it. Moving on, I'm going to be using the next shade, and I'm using a smaller blending brush. And this one is going to be Kekova, and it's right here. It looks like that. It's just like a deeper, it's like a red, but it's like not red, red-orange. But I'm going to put this also on my crease, but in this section here. I wanted the Antalila to be like the higher transition shade. Whoa. Wow. That's pretty good. This almost reminds me of like a NYX eyeshadow palette or a, I mean, it's definitely like in the drugstore brand range of eyeshadow palettes. So, but the quality is actually pretty good. Like I know that ColourPop even has some eyeshadow palettes for like $12 or something. And this is probably, for me, it feels like almost like a ColourPop eyeshadow palette, which I can live by. So yes, Focallure, good job. I'm going to be using the MAC 224 blending brush, and it's clean, and I'm just blending the two shades together so we have the proper blend. I'm just going to go back into the hazelnut shade right here, and I just want to deepen the outer corners on my lid again. This is actually super easy to blend. I'm really happy with this product right now. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is putting a glitter all on the inner corner of my eye and just kind of fading into the middle of my eyelid to the darker brown. And I'm going to be using the shade Galata. It looks like this, Galata Tower. And that is what it looks like. So pigmented. And it's a press-on glitter, so let's see how it does the job. Whoa. Wow. This is shiny. I hope that this is picking up on camera, but this is so shiny. I'm going to actually use even another kind of brush to get the corners that I'm missing, just a small one. I'm just going to try to attempt to put this on with a brush just to see how it does come out if you use a brush. And I will attempt that on my left eye so I can give you the honest review on that. Oh, wow. I thought that this was only going to come on if you used your finger. I didn't realize that it actually works pretty well with the brush. And there is fallout. I will say that it is falling out right now onto my table. So be careful when you're using this one because it can get messy. But it's working. We're going to clean this up with concealer and foundation and everything else. So, okay, so for the part under my brow, so that section can be super blended, I'm actually going to be using the Sunrise palette, but only for one shade, and it's going to be the nude palette. I mean, it's called Pure Nude, and it looks like that. And if I swatch it, it looks like this. Just using an angled brush by e.l.f. to blend that all together. And this is super pigmented. Incredible. Wow, that's incredible. Oh, fall out. This is just right now. I haven't even done anything to the lower lash line of myself, and this is pretty crazy pigmented. I feel like, wow. What I ended up doing off camera actually was when I went ahead and put on my mascara. I put on false lashes. They are the Wispy by Ardell, and I'll link them all in the description. I just took off the little white strips, and that's pretty much all I did for the eyeshadow portion. And then now the last step I'm going to be doing is actually putting this shade right here. It's like a purple, it's like a deep purple. It's called Marmaris. And I hope I'm pronouncing these names right because it is a Turkish palette, so I'm assuming that this is a Turkish influenced name palette. So I'm using like a smudge brush, and I will be placing this all along my bottom lash line. Okay, the last shade I'm going to be using from this palette is this shade right here called Afsa. And when I swatch it, it looks like this. And I will be placing this in the inner corners of my eye, but I'm gonna be using I think this is actually like a lip brush, or I don't know what it is, but I will be using that for my inner corner. And also, just from doing one eye with a brush, it came on pretty good. I'm pretty sure you can use this for your finger, but it's just easier for me to get where I want with the brush. The last step I'm going to be doing is using a brown eyeliner by L'Oreal, and I'm just going to be putting this on my tight line. Next thing I'm going to be doing is just my concealer. I use the Instant Age Rewind by Maybelline, and I'm just going to clean this up on camera so you can see. Then I will continue on with the rest of my face, and then I will come back when I'm doing the lips by Focallure. So now we're going to try their matte liquid lipstick, and then this one's in the shade Old Rose 08. And it's like a pink mauve color, so I thought it would fit perfect with the vibe look we're going for. And I cannot tell you how long this lasts, but I will tell you how this feels. So let me try that on. It goes on pretty smooth. I'm not so sure if I like how it matches the eye makeup, so you guys can let me know in the comments, but I just wanted to put a lipstick on so you guys can see how it came out. In my mind, I saw something completely different, and yeah, I definitely think that these are pretty good. I didn't feel, I mean, my lips do feel like kind of dry, but that's just because matte lipsticks tend to do that. I do like the way how it makes my lips look, and I will definitely try these again. So yes, I actually would recommend these, and I am happy with it. So I went ahead and decided to change the lip because I did not like the combination that I did earlier with the one that was like more pink, but I guess it's good that you guys can see how that came out. I ended up using the other matte lipstick, and this one's in 03 Burnt Umber, and I just think it looks a lot better with this look, and it came out to be like a very vampy fall dramatic makeup look. Don't know how that happened, but it did. But honestly, this lipstick was pretty good. I do recommend though that if you use it, please be careful applying it on, because if you don't tap off like excess from the tube of the brush, then you're gonna just splatter it all on, and this dries fast. Like, it dried so quickly, and on top of it drying quickly, it's super hard to take out if you do make a mistake. So that's why I would really take my time putting this on. And when you get it, just make sure you pump it a few times, because when I opened it, it kind of went everywhere a little bit. And then after doing that, then it was fixed and it was fine. But in all, it's only $5.29. I looked it up online. And I really think that's a good price for this, to be honest. And it's super opaque. Like, it's just full on my lips. But you have to let it dry. And I cannot stress that more. Let it dry. Just don't go for it all the way right at once. All right, guys, so my final review on Focallure products, just in general, I think it's pretty good. And I think it's reasonably priced. I think it's comparable to other drugstore brands, but I think the quality of these eyeshadow palettes are sometimes even better than some of the ones that are at the drugstore, to be honest, and it's cheap. I would compare this actually more towards Makeup Revolution, if you guys follow them, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know who they are. But yes, I definitely recommend this brand. It's really good. And also the lipsticks, I love them. They're really, opaque, and that's obviously what you want. I'm not a matte lip girl, but if you are, then I recommend, because it's only $5.29, again, super cheap. And then this is $12, and I was able to achieve all of this, and I feel good. Like, I feel like this is gonna probably last a long time. And just from my lips, like how they look right now, I'm like, oh, yeah. But I really like this, and I hope you guys did too. And don't forget to, if you have any questions on this brand, just let me know in the comments, and maybe I can answer them for you. If you have questions on maybe the eyeshadows, how they turned out or whatever, I can answer that for you. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.